earlier. Joining me now from Los Angeles is Johanna Maska, a former aide to President Barack Obama. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. What extraordinary scenes earlier. What's your reaction?
Sam, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you, but it's a really hard day for America. I know it was 12 years ago that I was planning all the images that America and the world would see of President Obama's inauguration, and I cannot imagine this scenario then. And to see what happened today, this has been building, and the President of the United States is the one who's been inciting his supporters to come to Washington. They were on at a rally with him, and then they came to the Capitol. And, you know, I think the Republican Party is really having a moment of reflection, and I think it's important that they do, because my whole family are Republicans. I worked with a Democrat, and I've been saying for a while that this division is toxic. But I think it's now time for any, adult Republican to stand up against this. And I think we're seeing that. I think you saw Mitt Romney and Ben Sasse really gave some powerful speeches and got applauses, and that's unusual. So we have 2 weeks left before President-elect Biden becomes President Biden. And it's a long 2 weeks if we can't figure out how we're going to get someone who's throwing a tantrum out of office.
Well, indeed, there has been widespread condemnation, as you said. Mike Pence himself also condemning the actions, and Mitch McConnell, Senate Majority Leader, also condemning the actions when the Congress resumed earlier. The president did respond in his own way on Twitter. What did you make of the video? Was it strong enough?
No, and you know what President-elect Biden said was very specific. He needs to come on live television and address his supporters, and he did not do that. He released a recorded video, and I'm very concerned about that as someone who worked in that capacity. There's live ability, there's fiber throughout the White House. You can go live to our fanfare fest whenever you want to. But instead of doing that, he released a video in which he appeared to be outside. And when I saw the video, I was going, Secret Service does not want a U.S. president to be outside during a lockdown. So I'm very concerned at all the networks playing propaganda. This is unacceptable. We need to be questioning all of the things that have led to this and our future. And I know that President-elect Biden will do just that.
Well, indeed, social media firms have now acted and have suspended Donald Trump's account both on Twitter and Facebook, taking action. How damaging has all this been for the U.S. democracy?
I think history will look back on this in a very dark way. And I think that all of these senators who still are raising objections, that have been heard in every court, that have been thrown out as fraud, they do not have a case. I think that this day, if these senators continue their pursuits, I think history is going to reflect on them very poorly. But I think that their party is going to move on, because they're going to do some soul searching after this.
Well, you yourself worked, as you said, for President Barack Obama. We are hearing reports now that White House staff, some of them, are considering resigning as a result of the events of earlier. What's your message to them, and what would you do if this happened on your watch?
You know, I've gotten some calls from folks who have worked in the Trump orbit today. I've tried to remain friendly with anyone on the other side of the aisle. As I mentioned, my family are Republicans, and they're surprised. And I guess I don't understand how you can possibly be surprised. When someone tells you who they are, you need to believe them. And I think that we have a lack of moral characters to stand up when it's really tough. And so I'm glad people are standing up now, but I think we need to really question how long people followed this wannabe despot.
Okay, Johanna Maska, I'm afraid we're out of time. We really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for joining us here on Sky News.
Great to join you.